was out the week prior.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. That's right.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. We're glad to be back. Yay.
Yeah.
So nice.
Missed
Millie
you.
said, I never see the notification because I can barely remember my dreams, but here I am. It's okay, Millie. We'll hopefully
Yes.
help you out. Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yes. Thank you all for being here. I've got my bathrobe on so that I can feel like I'm in dream time. So
Cozy.
cozy bathrobe. So hello to Terry from Holding Your Space. Thank you for
Hello.
being with us today, of
you.
course. And Kelly Healer. Kelly, welcome from sunny and rainy California, right?
Yeah.
And Peter and Carolyn are here. Peter has no commitments but us to us tonight. So we're glad you're back with us, Peter. Thank you so much, dear.
Yay.
And Diana Boles, welcome, dear. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you're here too. Yeah.
Glad
Yeah,
to
the
be
whole
with you.
panel. Yep, the whole panel's here.
Yep.
Hi, Heather. Annie Bear is in her PJs too. Yes. All
Yay.
right.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm in my PJs too.
Yeah. So let's see who is here. We got Annie Bear here, which I haven't seen you in about a week, Annie Bear. I hope you're okay. Froxy Roxy's here. And Ness is here. And Moira. And we've got, let's see, I was going to say Kelly Healer's here, but I said that. Hypnicity's here. And let's see, we have... Thank you for like and subscribe to all channels. Millie De La Prida is here. We're glad you're here today, Millie. And Mary Starshine, welcome. Barbara Nesper. And we have, Heather, as I said, Soul Alchemy, who I was just on a show with. So welcome.
You guys were on fire today.
We were. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had fun
Yeah.
with those gals. And there's Jenny. Hi, Jenny. It's good to see you, of course.
Jenny.
And here we go. What are you saying, Jenny? I had some dreams on full moon night, but it's the dream from last night that stands out. Ooh, do tell. Put it in there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. Yeah.
Feed
And
us.
Karen
Feed us.
Stroud is here. It's nice to see you too, Karen. So Annie Bear went to a four-year-old grandson's birthday celebration. Well, I hope
She
you
was
had
in
fun.
Los Angeles.
Oh,
She was
really?
She was right out here. Yeah. She's in my stomping grounds.
She is in your
Yay.
stomping grounds. That's fabulous. And so you're getting to go outside and walk around new areas, and it's a lot warmer, Annie, right? Yeah.
Then what she came up to.
And look, we have Landon here. It's
Aw,
always good to have you
Landon.
here.
Hi,
We're always
Landon.
so good to your mom to come on and be with us.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for being here. Last week was sort of a disaster. My husband was still sick. I wasn't feeling great. Diana was really not feeling well. And so we just said, yeah, we need to all take care of each other. And
Yep.
so we have to do that every once in a while. So there we go. So what's been going on in your world? Terry, I saw that you were on the other dream show.
Oh, I was. Yeah. Yeah.
How did that go?
That was
How
so
did that go?
funny.
It's a little different than ours, isn't it?
It's a lot different. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot
Okay.
different. With
Okay.
Debbie Freebird and Lisa Smith.
Yeah.
And it was just the three of us.
Uh-huh.
So, but it was really nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So,
And you probably had a
yeah.
lot of different people that were on watching.
Yeah, we did.
I
We
imagine.
did.
Yeah.
JJ
Yeah.
was sick, so I was.
Oh, so they asked you to come.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
it was fun.
nice.
It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Very much so. And just so everybody knows, Carolyn and Peter were on with Heather and Allison on Heather's channel, Soul Alchemy, and Sherry's channel. And so they're
Nice.
becoming a lot like Diana. You're going to see them here, there, and everywhere. So it's wonderful. Congratulations.
Hitchhike.
We're happy that-
Hitchhike, baby.
yeah.
Hitchhike.
You're sharing. Well, yeah, and you're sharing all your wealth of knowledge, and it's so important. It very much is important.
Thank
And
you.
we had Kelly on with Trudy last week, right? You were on with Trudy.
Yeah. Yep. That was nice. And this week is busy because I'm going to be on with Terry, and then we're going to all be on together. And
That's right. Yes,
And-
Terry and I are, and Callie are going to be on with sound healing. We're going to do that. It's Friday.
Great.
And and Diana's going to be on with Mark for the
Thursday.
Medium show. Yeah.
nice.
So, yes. And Carolyn and I have something up our sleeve, but we just haven't approached when and where just yet.
Okay.
Nice.
Any details?
It's up their sleeve.
Yes, it's up. Okay,
Let me know.
You want to let him know right now? No.
Not in the cards.
Right? It's okay. It's good. It's good.
It's good. That's right. Yep. Oh, is that Senor Wences?
Yes, Senior
Yes.
Wences.
Who did that? Was that
Senior Wences. That was
Eddie?
who
Eddie.
it was.
Ed
And
Sullivan.
he did this puppet, and then he had one. He had his hand in a box, and he would open it up and slap it. Then he would have a blonde wig on it.
Yes.
I love Senior Wences.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You made me forget about him. Yeah, there's Heather. And Fogo Pogo is here. Hi, Fogo Pogo. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
Annie needs a wrench on, I don't know whose channel. Maybe it's Callie's. I don't know. Do you know how to do a wrench in the middle of a show? Do you know what I even mean?
No, but I do know what you mean, but I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you don't know how to do it. You have to do it on, I was going to say on Facebook. You have to do it off YouTube. So when you're in the middle of a show, you got to go in there but I'll give you some tips. I'll give you some tips. Yeah. Yeah. Because you want to make sure that you have protection for the trolls. And
I have no wrenches.
Yeah, and you can give one to Landon.
I'll be your wrench.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Be your wrench. Yeah.
Hello, Anna.
Thank you.
I may be small, but I'm not a troll.
Are you wearing a dragon today?
Are you?
Is that a dragon dress? It looks beautiful. The embroidery.
Yeah.
Carolyn.
Very nice.
It's got poinsettias on it.
Yeah.
Pardon?
It's got poinsettia on it.
Beautiful.
Hi, Ron.
That's
It's
beautiful.
good to see you here. Welcome, hon.
Run.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So put up, if you have any questions, of course you can put up your dreams and we'll look at your dreams. We'll look at any visions that you've had, any ghostly experiences, any ET experiences, any otherworldly experiences that don't come under that. I wondered what you guys, I was talking the other night with Marina and Arthur about the moon. And you know that something landed on the moon. And we were talking about that. And any thoughts about that from you guys? Terry, do you think that there's anything on the dark side of the moon?
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on over there. And it's like a parking lot, right, Diana?
Yep.
It's not really a planet. It's a parking lot.
Well, that's exactly what Arthur said. He says it's like a stop and go. And I asked if there were slushies there. Okay.
You can get hot dogs too.
They say it's hollow.
Rotisserie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they say it's hollow. So you just go on inside and go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
So actually they were right about it being made of cheese. It's just an analogy for the way that the planet is. All right. All right.
Cheese
Alien.
in paradise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just anything that you'd like, and thanks. I see that you would like a message, Annie, from the Sky People. We can do that. And Millie, I'm glad that you are you're bringing a dream in. We'll take a look at it tonight. Yes, that's awesome.
You know me. I had some outrageous dreams.
Wow.
I mean, totally.
You always do.
Totally.
I
But
love this.
that on February 21st, it was unstoppable. It was, I kept falling asleep during the day. And it was more astral projection, right? And so where to start. I have no idea. Let me start with this. You all know that I had taken a drug that I had a bad reaction to.
Yep.
And that was supposed to repair osteopenia so you don't get osteoporosis.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going there, but anyway, when I had made the choice to no longer do it, on that 21st, the first thing that happened was my two tall whites came in.
Oh.
And they shrunk down to little itty bitty tiny figures. And this is a terrible drawing of them because I still really wasn't feeling good. But let me just explain. They had crooked neck flashlights and they had a flashlight on their heads, right? And they would use white light as a chisel and chipped away debris. And then the other one was on the other side of the bone and would use a pink light that was like, puff, get the debris out of here. And they kept doing this. And every time you could see their light, it was, you know, black and white crystal. And it was inside the bone, what you would expect to see if you were a little tiny man inside the bone. Okay. Especially with this light, because if you've ever been spelunking or gone into the caverns, and they shut the lights off and then they turn on one little light. These are the effects that you get when you're standing in all these rooms of prism. And so when they had finished, there was no pain. My pain had lifted, and at the same then I kept seeing grid work, and one of them is my 500-pound gorilla, Pete. He kept coming into the dream, and he kept coming in. It was like I get two different kinds of grids. Sometimes it's a honeycomb, and sometimes it's just like squares. This was the whole square grid, and this was over the body. And he kept coming in, and it was like those guys were moving according to how you set this grid up. And then they would go over there and go over there and go over there. And it went on, felt like forever. When they were finished, there were magenta pine trees that just kept floating up and up and up and up. And I opened my eyes, and it was about 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. And I closed my eyes and went right back out. The next thing were little cornflowers, little bachelor buttons. Cornflowers, only the small ones, not the big ones from the garden, Victorian gardens. Then this came. This huge, and I have to get some photos here too because I'm Mr. BBB. Where'd I go?
You're back. But I'm going
back?
to try to, they want to see your pictures a little bit bigger. So I'm going to try to, to change the layout if I can.
Okay.
Shift 7. All right. I don't know why it won't do it. Okay, there we go. So let me put you there. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So this was a spaceship that Mr. BBB had shown that a pilot had taken photos of, and I think it was in Scandinavia. Can't remember for sure. And he put this out on Saturday night or Sunday morning. So that's the head of it. Let me shrink it and go to the next picture. That's like the whole body. Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
Now, in my dream, I have this great, huge, the girth was unbelievable, and it floated in, it had all of these soft tentacles everywhere, floating and floating with little red dot. You know, when you looked at it, as it was swooshing through, you could see the blue, but it kind of reminded you of those little tree frogs with the red rings around their eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it swooshed around a couple of times, and I'm standing with all these people. It was as if we were living in an aquatic world, but we didn't have gills and we didn't have any apparatus to help us breathe. And this fish, the snout started getting shorter and shorter, which is that first picture is what it was. It was like the blunt nose of a dolphin. She comes in and turns into a mermaid and makes a 3-point landing in this cement block pool, and all of these tentacles become her red hair.
Mm.
She had stars clung to it, and I mean things from the sky, but not from in the water, which you would see seaweed and things like that. And then came the subterranean world that we actually live in underneath that. There was a lot more, but I ran out of ink in my pen. Can't tell you how many black pilots I go through.
Do you think that when you were first talking about the aliens chipping away, do you think you were out of body? Do you think it wasn't a dream? Okay.
Yes,
So
or they were in my room, one or the other. I don't know that they actually transported me, because I felt like I was in my room. They came in.
They came
and
into
I
you.
did feel as if they just shrunk themselves down and went in.
Yeah, and there was a movie Froxy brings up about the what movie? It wasn't Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it was when we were kids in the 60s. There was a movie where they went through.
Oh,
yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
No, this is before that. This is like, was it not a movie? Maybe it was a TV show.
There is a movie.
There is a movie where they go through the blood, or they go.
They down and send it to someone's body.
In the 50s or 60s?
50s or 60s. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can only remember the one with Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
This is Rod Serling.
Rod Serling. Twilight Zone.
For some reason, I was thinking.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the main actor, though. Rod.
Oh, I know who you're thinking of. The guy that played the Illustrated Man.
Oh.
Yeah. Older guy. Rod Steiger.
Rod Steiger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. But they went in as like a ship into the body so they could like heal it, doing things inside the body. So yes, I love that, Froxy. Our bodies are inside, or like the universe, when they shrunk doctors to travel like in a small spaceship in the body.
Yep. Wow.
Yep.
Love that.
And I'm
These things aren't that far off, are they?
No, right? And I mean, it certainly felt like that's what they were doing.
Yep.
And it went from white to pink on one side and white back when he'd go back to work, and pink on the other side to get rid of the debris. And then that blue light. Susie.
Thanks, Susie.
Fantastic voyage.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then that blue light afterwards.
Yep.
If you think about it, it's that's what nanotechnology was supposed to do for us too.
Right.
The magic bullet, if you will, that will go in, to heal everything within the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it felt like it was going on.
I bet it did. Well, it's almost like when they have that psychic surgery too, Diana, except that's more with soft tissue. It's like the doctor puts his hand inside your stomach and pulls out your appendix or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, and it was every single segment, which you're talking daytime. And so I
Yeah.
knew I wasn't really asleep. I could hear the dogs, I could hear neighbors, I could hear traffic, you know? So
Wow.
it was just the 21st. Y'all probably, I think everybody was having an experience that day
Yeah.
because of what the 21st was and what was going on. And wasn't that the day of the 3 solar flares besides?
Oh, very definitely. Yeah. I mean, we're just seeing such gigantic solar flares. And is that the same day that AT&T got knocked out as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's the same day. And the other thing was, so you guys were having a tough weekend and I'm out having a good time for the first time in so long. I was feeling guilty because, well, I looked at the Schumann this morning and it was calm. And I'm like, do we do calm? And I went out and had my day. You guys had ups and downs that I did not experience because I was finally out there in the real world. I was just glad to be moving.
Sure. Yeah.
You'd already been through it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, there you go. Thank you.
So you're feeling better though from this, whatever it was. This cleansing.
It took it really took 8 days for it to work its way out of my bloodstream this time. There were 3 pills, 1 a week for 3 weeks. I'm supposed to be continued to take them.
But you can't.
No, I won't. Will not take those. And each week was an extended version of the week before. Now I read the interactions, but I let that information go because I didn't want to trigger anything, psyche. And now I'm having
Yeah.
And I do take Plaquenil, and I just got put back on that. So that is helping me to feel better as well, because I've been taking that for close to 30 days now. So, and that I take daily, but I took it for 30 years and then stopped for 2 years. And what I discovered by not taking it, which was the only way to find this out, was that I have to take it so I can get over it and get past it on my own strength.
I get it. I totally get it.
You know what I mean?
I do. I do.
I stopped.
Carolyn couldn't tolerate it.
Oh, really? So you had taken it too, Carolyn? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't tolerate it.
Well, and they've also proven, I think Captain Morgan said it, they've proven that it doesn't work. Why are they still giving it to people?
Well, why do it's like when Keith when Keith had that contrast, IV contrast that put him into they said to him, "Oh, this happens a lot, all the time."
Well,
and
then,
it's like, why are you doing it?
Why are you killing people with it?
Killing people with it. Yeah. It's
For entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Well, thank you for sharing that. I've got quite a number of things we need to go over.
Good.
So we'll do that next. And
Sorry.
thanks to everybody who came in after I said hello to most of you. I'm trying to type in hello to you. We're glad you're here. We got 52 people watching us tonight, and God bless you all. Thank you. Make sure that you can, if you can, go and like and subscribe to Terry's channel, Holding Your Space, and Kelly's channel, Kelly Healer, and our other esteemed people that are on this panel. They're available for shows, but they have no chance.
Well, I'll give myself a little plug, okay? I do astrology charts, and I do Akashic readings also. So.
That's right. And Carolyn and Peter work with the other side. They they work and consult with ghosts or unusual occurrences. So if you want to reach them, you can also reach out to them. So, okay. So let's see what we got here. So Froxy, I'm going to start with you. I had a dream and saw streets like San Francisco. I guess that means they're like the streets of San Francisco, the old TV show, right?
Yeah, right?
And a wave of water flowing down the hill. It broke all the windows of the shops on either side of the street, and I saw nothing but shards of sharp glass. What could be the meaning of this?
Oh, she's breaking through something.
Yeah. The glass
Yeah.
ceiling?
Ooh,
I don't know. It could be, but this is going to be good.
I agree because she's flowing down the street,
Huh?
right? I mean, yeah, the water's flowing, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's going to have a good outcome.
I think so. Yeah. But the shards of glass are just what the detritus left over after. So we always have stuff we need to clean up after a new memory or a new world that we start to live in. There you go.
Yeah.
And shards of glass could also be used as a scalpel to help remove.
Yeah. Could also be crystalline energy, the shards of glass.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're like sugar glass, which would be crystalline.
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking they are. Shards of crystals.
Yeah.
I shuffled, and the card I got is unconditional self-acceptance, broken pieces and all. There's a raven on the top of this head of her head.
Wow.
So
What a beautiful-
broken pieces and all.
Wow. Well,
I kind of feel like, our lives, we have those ups and downs, right? And then that's life. That's water. It's life and consciousness. So, it's like a sonic boom that comes in and breaks the glass. And that's a new frequency coming in, because when we go through those ups and downs, we learn so much, and we do raise our frequency.
there goes the train.
See, I don't even hear it anymore. It's just
I know, but it's like a train of thought. You know what I mean? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a higher frequency coming through town.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
I love it.
Woo!
Next stop.
Instead of "Here Comes the Rain" again, we can sing "Here Comes the Train" again.
Yep.
Kelly, anything from you, dear?
I get the similar thing, Roxy. I feel like you've been going through something, and they want you to know that it's like you've hit rock bottom, and it's all uphill from now. And like Rossi said in the notes, that water is emotions. So if there is some releasing that needs to be done yet, this would be a good time to do it. But I think I see it's all uphill, like Carolyn said too. It's all uphill from here. Good things coming out of this.
And the water rushing down, cleansing
Yeah.
what needs to be cleansed. But look what I got. I got the Tower. And it's
Nice.
It's home and security, and it says comfort and wise decisions.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I mean, it's really a perfect thing to go along with what everybody else here has said, Roxy. Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, I'm loving that you're sharing your dreams with us. Thank you, dear.
Yes,
I
thank
hope
you.
that makes sense. Yep. All right. So here's Hypnicity. Remember, I don't think she remembered dreams to begin with. So look at this. I'm starting to have more dreams about long suppressed memories. They are shorter snippets that are triggering more memories. I'm exhausted. Okay. Any insights from my guides? Ooh. Okay. There you go.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just absolutely.
That's life changing.
It is. It's clarity that you've needed to work on, but it's probably always been there, Nalani, but you're allowing more of it to come in. And yes, it's exhausting because it's mixed with ascension energies and lifting our vibrations. And so a lot of us aren't sleeping as soundly as we'd like to. But there's a good side to that, is that you can remember more.
Yes.
Because you aren't sleeping so deeply.
And this is healing from those things that you've repressed, those memories you have repressed.
Yep.
That's what I get too. I get that she's doing a lot of healing in her sleep, and that's you're getting bits and pieces of it, which is fabulous. To know that you're on the end of remembering your dreams. But I get the reason you're so exhausted is you're healing and you're doing work on yourself, and your guides and your angels are working on you. And so what you can do is you can before you go to sleep at night, just ask your guides and your angels, just say, you know what, I'm exhausted in the morning and I need the night off. And I do that. I do that quite often, and they do listen. They do listen. Yeah. And you'll wake up feeling refreshed. But I also get that, and I don't know why, but I'm just getting that you should put amethyst by your bed.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know you've been awakening, Nalani, but it's wonderful that you're doing some healing as well, not just awakening. Yeah. That's awesome. Did I miss anybody? Anybody have anything else to say?
I'll chime in. I think that as these memories start coming in, childhood memories, so look at that child, because when it comes in, it can be kind of scary and frightening and fearful, but look at that beautiful child. I mean, that's a gorgeous child. Write notes about it, and look at it as you are the child, and then look at it as you see the child, and watch it happen to the child, and see how that changes your awareness of it.
Wow. Yeah. And she says she has an amethyst above her bed. There you go.
No wonder you got that, Aley.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nalani. Keep bringing us your dreams. We love them. And we're glad you're on this journey. Ness, I'm guessing that this was a group of as you were waking up, I guess, not walking up, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone in a group of people asked you about my writing project. When will it be different? Why will it be different? And I answered them. Who was I talking to? The answer I gave me clarity. You were talking to your higher self, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did you say? Or your guides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
It's-
talking to herself.
Herself?
Herself.
Yeah.
Her subconscious. She
Your
was
subconscious. Yeah.
had come forward, and she was saying, "This is why it's going to be different.
Mhm.
I can do it."
Right. Agree. It's like the double check.
Mhm.
Yeah. For me, it's the same thing. If I need clarity, I just start writing in my journal, and then, or I'll even ask myself a question and then I'll answer it. And I'm not automatic writing necessarily, but I am feeling empowered by the pen. And it's been proven that you can take whatever's here, bring it down through your arm and release it. And that Diana does that with her pictures, but it can still be done there. And the clarity that you seek is always within. So what a beautiful experience you had. So you're learning to trust yourself more, I think, as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was her higher self talking, telling her guides and her angels, this is what I'm doing.
Yep. I get it. Diana, you just keep popping around. So-
It's my modus operandi.
yeah, it's all her energy. It's too big for the room. There you go.
All around.
Yeah.
I'm blowing it out.
Yep.
Watch that.
Yep.
Be careful.
Terry, any words of wisdom for Ness?
I do feel like it's your
Yeah.
higher self, but I feel like you might also be connecting with some other entities with that are and their higher purpose. Like there's a not a cauldron, but kind of like a circle
Mm-hmm.
of people that are going to be helping you on this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. That's really awesome. Yep. So yeah, just keep trusting that. Keep trusting it, Ness.
Yes.
It's easy for us to ask questions and get outside help. And we like the validation because it does make us feel like we're on the right track. But really, the most important things come from you, and anybody outside of you is just a secondary source. You're the source. You are the source.
Terry, while you were saying that, I saw this turnstile of ascended masters, let's say, coming and going, checking in with you every time you wanted to check on something. They're like, well, what do you say? Well, what do you think? It's not up to us. It's up to you.
Love that. That's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yep.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, they sometimes make us work for it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Doggone it.
I know.
Dirty dogs.
Supposed to
Wow.
be a free ride. What do you mean work for?
Oh wow. Fogo Pogo, I just saw your I did not see it. I see at 6:13 you wrote something about a healing that you had that was being channeled. So I'm not sure if I can find the rest of it. If you want to post it again, that would be wonderful. And we'll take a look at it. I didn't see the whole message. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. All right. So Annie says, I saw either a light being or a nature spirit today, was easily 18 feet tall, and its energy was similar to water flowing over etched glass. Well, only an artist would say it that way. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I can see it.
Can you? Aren't angels like really tall? A lot of angels and guides?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen them. So
Particularly when you're out in nature like that, they can,
Mm-hmm.
they're encompassing, they're
Sure.
protecting, they're not just more than just protecting. Let's put it that way, because they are always there to protect us. But
Yeah.
it is, okay, now see this. Okay, now look over here.
Now look over here. Yeah. Okay. So very cool. I love that. I saw a very short clip the other day of a little girl who saw a ghost. So Carolyn, I want you to hear this part. So she said there was a ghost in the closet, and her mother went. Of course, she couldn't see anything, and then there was a box with a face on it, and she thought that's what the little girl was seeing. And so then she put a filter on her camera. I've never heard of this.
Okay.
And she went around the room, the closet, and you could see an image of a ghost. Have you heard of that?
Probably, or an app that made it into
An app you can do that? Really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that? I didn't know
I had
that.
no idea.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
So
cool.
cool.
I'll be getting that app. It's an app. It's easy. Okay, I'll be getting that.
The ghost
Yeah.
app.
The ghost
Yeah.
app. Okay.
And SLS.
Harold's got one on.
Oh, she does? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's something new, and I think that's really awesome. And thank you for verifying that, Peter. So what's the name of the app? Do we know?
Ghost Tube.
Ghost Tube.
Ghost with a number 2?
No.
Tube.
Tube.
TWO?
DUBE.
Oh, it's YouTube. Okay.
Oh, ghost tube. Okay.
Ghost Tube.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
get that. So Annie Bear, this feels like something from the Arctic, like a nature spirits that are waking up that have been asleep for a long time that are coming in to help us.
Okay.
We're watching your bodies dance now, but you're not actually.
You're not actually. according, it's your energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see,
Oh,
Let's see. if I can-
it is. It is her energy. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Wow. That's really cool.
Wow. That is so cool.
on that.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Super cool.
Two.
It's got
Oh, wow.
Man. So
I
we're
know
all
you
going to
can
be
do
playing
that
on
with
our
plants.
phones.
Yeah, we're
I
all-
mean, there's one you can do, and you can take hold it up to a flower, and it will tell you what kind of flower it is and all that.
Yeah.
other stuff.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
done.
Okay.
plant snap.
whether it's poorly or not.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Wow.
Very highly
Jay
likely.
says some of those apps aren't real. Okay. Well, I just think it's pretty interesting. That's all. I've never heard of it.
I get that it's not, some of them aren't, but I have to tell you that after, when my dad died, I have an app on my phone, and I gave my dad a secret word that would be our secret word once he passed. And it was a couple nights after he passed, I turned the app on, and the first word I got was our secret word. And then there was a few words after that didn't make any sense. And then the next word was mortuary. And then after that was I'm with you. I mean, you go, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It could have been a coincidence, but
Mhm.
I mean, really, what are the chances?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wow.
I take things to be meant to be. I'm not gullible, but at the same time, I still think that things just line themselves up to be the way they're supposed to be. And,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Well,
Annie,
don't know.
I think that was I think it was angels that were surrounded by you. You just came from the city of angels, and you were surrounded by angels. But I pulled a card for you, and I got radical expansion, that you are like expanding on it's radical, just as it says, radically. And then one other card I got for you was to remember to express your truth, which doesn't really have anything to do with it, but I think it seems fitting.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Wow.
it is related to the tree spirit from earlier.
Earlier. All right. Wow. It's wonderful. I feel so like this is so nice when we get that kind of validation.
Yeah.
Pogo has
I just got to show her this. Remember the bones. Hollow
Okay.
bone. Remember the
Hollow
bones.
bone.
Beautiful.
Annie Bear.
Okay. All right. So Fogo had written this earlier. I had a healing done Saturday, and there were ETs present. Is this a new healing modality? I didn't feel like anything I was familiar with, not like Reiki or Aqua Lead. She said she went outside and saw orbs and a UFO on her camera, and that Arcturians made their presence known. Was there anyone else? And that the healing was channeled by her friend, but again, none of us were familiar with any of these entities, and it wasn't planned. It was channeled as she was going through this. So it wasn't like I'm gonna do a healing on you and channel. It was like it just came through. Yeah,
Those are the best one.
I know. That's very true.
My tall whites often show up looking like angels.
Okay.
That is my familiar from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I had an encounter, my first encounter was when I was 5 with the praying mantis type.
Mm-hmm.
They continue to show up as angels, but I do see them, Fogo. I mean, as I explained earlier, my 2 tall whites came in and shrunk themselves down to heal. So I do believe that you were in the presence of the ETs that we would also call angels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's just that sometimes calling them that is scary for people, and so angels sounds more comforting. But star beings are just as much healers as galactic star beings, whatever name that we give them.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the presence of that big light, the presence of the big light.
Absolutely. Wow. Any Terry?
Yeah, I'm feeling like this has something to do with Egypt, Fogo, like that Egyptian, the Octurian energy, and the healings that they were doing inside the pyramids at this time. So it's ancient.
Mhm. Wow. Amazing. My goodness. We got some really interesting stuff tonight, honestly. Vienna, I see that you asked a question, but I don't see a dream that or something that you posted. So if you posted a dream, I'm sorry, you said, what do you see about that dream's meaning? But I don't see the dream. So if you can repost, I'm so sorry. This happens sometimes. If you can just repost it, then we'll take a look at it. And hi, Sonia. It's nice to see you.
Oh
Yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, so Fogo says she has a strong life connection with Egypt. So, okay.
Perfect. And I
Okay.
did pull a card and I got healing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just your validation that, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Hi, Bright Shiny Ray. All right. Fogo Pogo says Lyrian on Lionsgate, especially. Okay.
Nice.
What a treat you had. Yeah, Peter?
I had a very comforting dream the nights back. And I was in a bedroom. And it was in a house that we used to live in years ago, because I could tell by the layout. And my mother was there. And I'd gone into one room and then went back to see if she was okay. She was in the bedroom. And she said, well, I'm going to be fine. And remember, I'm only in the next room. Of course, she passed a few years back now. But she said, I'm only in the next room. And I
love that. It reminds me of, there's a woman named Gina Sermonera that wrote many, Our House Has Many Mansions. Or is that in the Bible, actually? Our House Has Many Mansions? Do you?
There's a book too.
It's in the Bible, I think.
Yeah,
but it's like I'm in the next room is all. I'm not any further away. Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm in the next room.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So
it is.
And I stand and cry at my grave. I'm not there.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
love that.
read that at both my parents' funerals, and I have it by their picture. So it's like my parents are buried in New Hampshire, but they're not there. Just their bones are there, you know? So I feel like they're always with me. Yeah. Yeah. That's really awesome. Oh, Lori Hunsinger, thanks for letting us know that Mel is okay and the people of Illinois are okay.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Good.
Yeah, hopefully so. Yes.
Good.
Okay, Vienna, I got it now. Thank you, dear. We will get to you, I promise. I just wanted to be sure I had it so we could. All right. We have Amanda Carroll. I had a little boy staring at me when I woke up. We were face to face. It startled me. I screamed and woke the neighbors. Blank stare. Who was he? I felt bad for screaming.
I'm gonna pull a card on him.
Now, I will tell you that Amanda has a daughter. Yeah. Go ahead, Peter.
Is he above her or to the side?
Oh, there you go. Peter asked, was he above you or to the side of you? I think that also tells you, isn't it like when John Edward does it and he says, are they beside you so they're like your peer, or above you as your ancestors? Is that why you're asking, Peter? Or is there another reason?
It's another reason, because I've seen it's like that. Hovering straight over. Yeah.
Straight over?
And waking straight up and looking in somebody's face like this, and they're not there. That's, special.
Yeah. Okay. So that is special. But she scared him away, apparently. Oh, he was standing by your bed, but face to face. So he would have been leaning over, I guess, at your face. Yeah.
Looking for mommy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just a walkthrough. and he was looking to see if you were his mommy.
Oh, okay. Here's something. Here's something. Terry? Or
his
Go ahead,
Carolyn?
Carolyn.
his name was Stefano.
Oh,
Wow.
Stefano. Okay. He was small, she said. Okay. All right. Wow.
Yeah, he lived in that house at one point,
Ah.
but he
Okay.
came to see if mommy or daddy were there,
Uh-huh.
and sisters or other family members. And when he didn't find them, he moved on.
Yeah. So he really was just checking out to see if, oh, is that you? No, it isn't you. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Terry?
Yeah, I feel like he was being guided.
Oh.
And it was some of it was a little bit of playfulness, you know how kids are.
Mhm.
And he's just like, who's here? And yeah, you thought he might have lived there. It feels like he did. I know my
Mhm.
son had something like that happen
Oh.
when he was quite young, when he was 3. And there was somebody that came in that had lived next door.
Okay. Wow. Kelly?
I'm getting that he used to live there and he died young. But I'm getting that he died of a illness that took his life early. It's like I can feel his mom and dad like mourning his loss.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so he just slipped into thought he was at home.
Wow. That's
What is
awesome.
consumption? Because that popped in when Kelly said that.
TV.
It is
TV.
TB, yeah.
TB.
Most
Yeah,
people
TB.
died that had it or my father had it, but that was in the 50s. If it
Yeah.
was before that, they usually
Yeah,
didn't
my
live.
uncle had it too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wow.
There's a mosquito in here.
Uh-huh.
What?
Don't let him bug you.
I won't. Unless he's in my ear tonight.
February in Michigan.
He was in old timey
You know,
clothes.
59
Yeah.
today, snow last week.
I know. Yeah.
We were in the
Yeah,
70s today.
That's
Yeah.
how I see him too. He was like
Uh-huh.
yay high.
Yeah.
And Care Bear wants to thank you
Hi.
for your time on Heather's channel last week. Thank you. Yeah, that was
Aw.
nice. And Mary Starshine says she's north of you, getting weather whiplash. 75 and now 28. 11 is predicted before. Oh my Lord.
Yep. I went out and unhooked all my hoses again, Mary.
Uh,
So one of my mom's best friend was named Mary Starr, and she was from
Oh.
Kansas City. But
Really?
she was an amazing psychic, intuitive. Anyways,
Wow.
I love that. Mary Starshine. Love
I
that.
love
Mary
that.
Starshine. That's cool.
Beautiful.
So Rhonda Q, I'm glad you're here. First time you've posted a dream. So you were lying on your bed and a red-haired lady appeared looking down at me. And I said, I see you. Hi, Rebecca. Then another lady appeared and it was me. Oh, I don't know Rebecca.
she shows up in everybody's dreams.
That's my niece.
Rebecca?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah, Becca.
Becca. Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I honestly haven't been astral traveling, but maybe I have. Oh my word. I got the chills. It's amazing.
My paperwork on her came to the surface yesterday for no
Uh-huh.
particular reason.
Yeah. She was on she showed up on one of my shows the other day and asked a question. So she's not always here, but she's Keith's sister's child, but she's visited me here and that's her name, Becca. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, there's lots and lots going on that we're just all putting together like a big puzzle piece.
There's something that you need to take action on then. Aley,
Okay.
Becca,
Mhm.
and Rhonda.
And Rhonda. Okay. Wow.
What kind of bird is that, Diana?
This is the
Cuckoo bird.
yeah, right. It's the Wild Things Oracle.
Okay.
Oh, I
So
love that.
whatever you want to call it is fine with me. It's kind of like Pegasus
Dragon.
with 2 unicorns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
So I guess that makes it a dual corn and not a unicorn.
No, I know. Well, Rhonda Q, I hope you're here. Mary Starshine says, I keep seeing Trump's face melting. What does that mean? It means that he has on too much makeup and
Somebody threw water on him finally.
Wicked Witch of the West, right? I'm
yes. Oh,
melting.
Rhonda, you are here. All right. I didn't make the connection. It definitely is, Rhonda. If you're not already opened up to possibility,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Somehow.
Oh, everybody, you're wonderful. Thank you for sharing all these wonderful things. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have to do this because I'm going to get to you guys. We're not leaving till we're done. So
Right.
we'll get to you. Ginny has been here. She said Sam Hewen from Outlander. And if you don't know who he is,
I feel bad.
Oh, it's not Amy.
Yeah, shame on you.
yeah,
But lucky
shame on
us.
you is right. Young enough to
Yeah.
be your son, but who cares? No, at least for us older ladies.
Yeah, right.
He sat next to you, Ginny, asked to find roses on his iPad game and found all of them. And then he put out a little box, opened it, and there was a diamond ring. He asked me to marry him, then went through trying to use my previous wedding photographer. Noticed she was in the magazine, and I saw old Asian ladies. I think it was my relatives, but don't look familiar. That
Are they
was a
dressed?
beautiful
Are they
dream.
an old style obies?
Oh, are they wearing typical Asian?
This is what I'm seeing
obies.
that.
Yeah.
I think you were time jumping, Jenny.
Mhm.
Well, the story is about time travel, so
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
One of the
With the
most
rock singing.
one of the most beautiful scenes in Outlander occurs in the first one when they get married.
Mhm.
And he was very hunky looking then, and he still is, but he was a lot younger. Yeah. I like that dream. Can you send
yeah.
that?
Jenny.
I pick it up
I'll take one of
myself.
those.
Yeah.
Keep having.
That's right.
Yeah.
Carolyn, anything else?
This is going to sound strange.
Okay.
I see a figure of a Buddha in front of her,
Okay.
but the Buddha has a skeleton inside it, and it's gold on the outside, but the skeleton is on the inside, and it's a previous Buddha or monk, and
Buried within the Buddha.
buried
Outside.
within.
Okay.
Yeah, and she has either worshipped there or her ancestors had worshipped there.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm thinking that just the idea of Sam.
Wheel. I see a prayer wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
A prayer wheel. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen them. They just keep rolling them this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the time travel show brought you back in time in order to see that.
Brought me back in time
Right.
to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Wow.
So we've gone from Scotland to her ancestors coming
Asian
to
ancestors. Yeah.
approving of the wedding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Approving of a coming relationship.
Yes. Absolutely. But using the same wedding photographer may not be good juju, you know?
No.
Oh, wow. Terry, anything from you?
Well, I kind of like the same photographer. I kind of feel like you're looking at it with the same awareness, you know?
Yeah.
And in an odd sense, it's like it's the same thing again.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Wow. Some things change but remain the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Traditions.
Tradition.
Mhm.
Wow.
And the ancestors coming to approve, to show approval.
Yep. Maybe saying if you find someone else that it's okay to say yes. Yeah, I don't know if that's an issue for you, but yeah.
She said her husband didn't like it too much.
Oh, she's still married. Well, yeah.
Maybe you guys will renew your vow.
Well, there you go.
But that doesn't mean that she's not going to have a better relationship with her husband.
That's true. It could mean right now, isn't it astrologically Mars and Venus were matching up recently?
They
And
were. That was
yeah.
also the day of the big three. And
Okay.
and
Okay.
it didn't disturb them, but it disturbed Jupiter and Uranus lineup. And
Okay.
so anything that was, I think Jupiter was also supposed to be trining Mars and Venus at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of an up and down day, actually.
Okay.
Do you
Astrologically.
think this is perhaps recognizing a previous lifetime together with your husband and a renewal of
good.
that vow?
Oh,
Maybe
that's
he was the monk. He could have been the monk that was buried in the Buddha.
that was a beautiful thought there. Yes.
Could have been Sam too.
Anytime I'm having a dream like that, please don't wake me up. And even if my husband's staying there beside me, I love my husband, but yeah, little eye candy never hurt. Yeah,
They're far and few, those dreams.
Right.
And Ginny, the fact your husband didn't like it, it's very interesting you say that, because I went to a psychic in 1988. I was married to my third husband. And the first thing she told me was, you're going to be married 4 times. And
And she didn't know you were married 3 already.
She didn't know I had been married 3. Yeah. So yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Millie, you're saying you've been working in your dreams often in cars with people I don't know. So you may be, were you driving that car, Millie, if you're still here? If you were driving that car, I wouldn't worry about it. If other people that you don't know are driving the car, that means you're letting other people drive your life. In charge of your life. So if you're here and you can tell us, that would be great. But because our car represents how we move through life, just like a lot of other things do. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, like she's up on the move in her efficiency and her ability to communicate, commune back and forth, bring people together. Maybe you're headed towards promotion as well.
Maybe that's true. New people that you don't recognize,
right?
Could be new coworkers or new people that will be coming into your life. Yeah,
lateral but better in the long run.
In the long run. Anything else on Millie? We've got a couple more to go through here.
I just get that she should be careful, like who she trusts.
Okay. Thank you. Viana, but I'm going to do Karen first. Karen gave me 2. She said 3 times she heard a human female voice that was so real, I thought someone was in the house. And I stopped at a random cemetery and my ghost radar app said, have fun, as I walked into the gate.
So what's the name of your app? We want that one too.
Oh, Karen.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
That is.
That's amazing.
I will, because I'm leaving now.
Right. Yeah. Now that you've scared me, I'm going to leave.
Right.
So do you think there's somebody living in Karen's house that, maybe they had lived there before and she's heard this female voice in the past, Carolyn?
Yeah, it's a stone wall. It's a place memory voice.
Oh, it's a place memory. Okay. So random voices or sayings or whatever linger in the walls or ringle. remain
Bingo.
in this sort of the ethers.
Well, I wonder if she's in the cemetery you stopped at, Karen.
From there.
Yeah. Wow.
I
You
get
know,
women looking for kids.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Yeah, could have. Yeah, it feels like somebody that followed her home, even.
Somebody that
Mhm.
followed you. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, called
Yeah.
her to that place.
Oh,
That's right.
That's
yeah.
the feeling I'm getting, is that she's heard the
And
voice
she-
first.
Jim.
And then as she was out and about, she stopped at the cemetery, random cemetery.
Random
You're not
cemetery.
often built close, very close to your house unless you died in the 1800s.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
Mm, I like
Oh.
that.
That is something else. Rossi's so funny. These are the best nights. We get woo-woo with laughter. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
No better way.
Yeah. All right, Biana, here we are on yours. And Care Bear will address yours just real short at the very end, dear. I dreamt I was in the back seat of a car and the man in the driver's seat turned around and said, "Here, hon, here's some money for gas." There was a lady in the front too. That driver was Elvis Presley.
Whoa.
Wow.
Thank you very
That's-
much.
Sounds like something you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Wow.
a gentleman.
He was a gentleman.
Mhm.
Do you like Elvis Presley, or is this like so? I just read an article about Austin Butler. Is it that played him?
Oh, yeah.
This in this
Yeah.
latest, yeah.
And he's done that method acting with Elvis Presley, and he was getting fatter and did other things. He's been having a really hard time not being him,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
because he changed his voice, he changed his body, and I just read that yesterday. So that's very interesting that you have this. Have you seen the movie? Is he somebody that you like to listen to?
Mhm.
Have you met him?
Have you met him?
All I could think of was Andy Kaufman, as
Okay.
Andy Kaufman
Oh, yeah.
became Elvis, because oh my God, how he could do Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, Tammy, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. We'll see what we can do. We're already at a little bit past. We don't like to stay too late because those in the Eastern time zone, it's late. So,
So she's met him?
never met him, she said. Yep. Oh, Annie's saying he needs to seed or sweep Sweat Lodge. Does this have something to do with? I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting these mixed up here or what, but Kelly, anything from you, dear?
I pulled a card and what I got was she's learning to find the beauty in all things. And so
Okay.
I don't know if that if
Yeah.
Elvis, but then she says she doesn't really ever think of him. But maybe you enjoyed his music. But anyway, that's what I got. I'm getting that you're learning to find the beauty in all things, and you're learning to see the gifts, even like the smallest gestures that like for instance, the money. It was a small gesture that you're learning to see the beauty and the gratitude in everything in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means she was probably a little girl when she saw him.
Yep.
I saw him as a little girl.
Oh, you
And
did?
I saw him.
He
I
bought
saw-
my sister and I a Coke at a machine, and
Yeah.
we were at the magazine rack going, yeah.
So,
Overwhelming. Yeah, it would be like a
Wow.
larger than life
Yeah.
figure for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
1968, I lived in LA and I was at the Whiskey A Go-Go all the time, right? And so we're driving down Hollywood Boulevard and I'm the passenger in the car, and I look over, and there's a great big blue Cadillac convertible, and Elvis is driving the car. We
No.
get down to the Whiskey a Go-Go, and he's there, and all the hippies on the street corners, he's handing out money to them.
Mm.
Oh
God.
my,
Wow.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
really.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my
I
God.
used to go to the Rainbow Room.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he would. Yeah, all up and down the strip.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I never went up to the Hollywood Vampire Room now.
Mhm.
Yeah, the other direction.
No, the upstairs were Ringo and Alice Cooper and Harry
Yeah.
Nilsson.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I never
Big
went. I didn't know Harry then, so I didn't go up there then.
Well, I have to tell you that, there are times when these singers come to me and I've listened to them my whole life, but they aren't in my radar. I mean, that happened with me with Freddie Mercury. I listened to him my whole life, but when I realized that he had solo music and when he did opera music, and I had a whole new appreciation for this person that I really didn't know that well. And the same thing happened with Marty Balin from Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
And I love his voice. And now I'm sort of fixated on Marty. And I'm thinking to myself, these people are coming to me and they're bringing me to them. And then of course, Harry came to you and then Harry came to all of us. And it's very fascinating that these musicians do this. This is what they
Right.
do.
I went
Yeah.
to grade school with a guy by the name of Vince Fournier. He grew up to be known as Alice Cooper.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I like him.
yeah, I think you're supposed to cultivate a story on your own
There
as
you
to
go.
why he showed up in this dream as a benefactor to you. Maybe there is something that he still has to tell you. My dad
Could be.
was key.
Okay. And Jay, you
Maybe I knew
Jimmy
your
Hen-
dad.
there you go. Yeah. So you might have met
Yeah.
Ally's dad if he was always
Yeah,
at the
it's a
Whiskey, yeah.
possibility. Was his name George Cannon?
We just got tickets to see Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson and
No.
John
Together.
Cougar, all three of them at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh
Oh,
my God. Have
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Mary saw
Exciting.
Elvis when she was 9. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys, this is so great, really.
Right?
He would check
look where
on.
you took us with that dream of Elvis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
might have been checking on her
Yep. It could be.
Yeah.
because he
Very
loved
well be.
children.
Yep. That's right.
Giving you a gift. I would notice which song you resonate with the most and listen to the lyrics.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I really do. I think when they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I really do believe that that's songs, music. It could be a movie you've never watched that you fall upon or that you come upon. It could be a book that you've always wanted to read but never read. Like for me, I've been watching the Truman Capote series on the Swans, which is fabulous. And I've read his books. But his best friend is the one that wrote To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
Yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yep.
And so I've decided, I've never read it. And so I've decided to do it in my literature class next term. But it's just like, that's what happens. You get drawn in and then you get brought into this new avenue and if you can take the ride or not.
Wow. Yeah.
And you were taking the ride with Elvis.
Yeah.
And there was another woman with you. And so, and he gave you gas money because he knew you'd have to eventually find your own way home. So there you go.
And he was very, very giving, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Huge heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange that you say that
Wow.
6 degrees of separation.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
you've got Nelson there, You've also got John Lennon, and of course Chapman, the gentleman.
Yep.
Said at the time that his muse, if you will, was To Kill a Mockingbird. So we've come
No,
full circle.
Catcher in the Rye.
Beg your pardon.
Yep. Yep.
From the right. Sorry, forget that.
No, that's okay. But
No.
the Catcher in the Rye is always out there as well. I don't know if you knew who Joyce Menard was, but it looks like Joyce Maynard, but she's written a whole bunch of books, and she actually had a relationship with that guy that wrote that book, and he was very dysfunctional.
Well,
Yeah.
some of Michigan's history here. The book Anatomy of a Murder was written by a judge who was an attorney during the days of the murder, and I think he was on the case. Oh God, what was his last name? Him and Hemingway grew up together, so all of Nick Adams stories. Vortigern. It's not his name.
Vonnegut? Kurt Vonnegut?
No, it's not Kurt Vonnegut. He's a Michigander, because Hemingway spent his summers in the UP.
Okay.
Fishing at the mouth of the Big Two-Hearted. So all the Nick Adams stories were about their childhood fishing together. Well, this guy grew up to be an attorney, then was a judge, and wrote the story Anatomy of a Murder, and that brought Jimmy Stewart to make the movie here.
Okay.
It was based on a true story of a murder on K.I. Sawyer
There you go.
Air Base.
Yeah. So Vienna, if you thought that it meant that you are being watched over financially, that's okay. Because he was an icon. Your meaning means more than anybody else on this panel's meaning.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Cultivate the story. The card
Cultivate
came out,
the story.
cultivate the story. So
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep. Thank you.
Wow. We all had a good rabbit hole there.
We did. Tammy Jackson, I did not see anything that you posted. So if you want to put it up, I will take a look at it. Okay. Care Bear just said her dad has been visiting her in her dreams every night this week. He passed away 7 years ago, and his birthday was the 19th. That's why he's been visiting you, honey. Yeah.
What a gift.
That's so special.
Isn't it wonderful? You don't want to wake up, do you? When my dad comes, it's like, oh boy, I had a great night talking to my dad. So, yeah, that's awesome. And how wonderful you were an English lit major. I admire that. Kelly, I'm sorry. What did you want to say? Anything?
Oh, he's checking in on her, and that just letting her know that he's around, and you can call on him anytime.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
so beautiful. So
Yes,
beautiful.
it is. Yes, it definitely is. Oh, he passed away the same day as Tom Petty. Well, he went out with a really good.
Rock and roll.
And Tom
That's
Petty's
right there.
visited me here at the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He comes to your house? Is that what you said?
Yep. Tom Petty's came through one time, well, shortly after we'd been to Malibu.
I'm coming over.
Yeah. And Tim got a picture of me out in front of Tom's house. And it was probably a week later, I was standing in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I seen him walk through our dining room.
He was trying to do the last dance with Mary Ann.
Yeah, Mary Jane, yeah.
Oh, Mary Jane, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Tom
really
and I had a
good.
secret relationship.
Yeah.
It was so secret, even Tom Petty didn't know we were having one.
Weren't they in the Wilburys? Wasn't he one of the Wilburys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Bob Dylan, he's the only Wilbury left. And how does Bob Dylan survive all of that when these other guys?
I know. Well, they were older. I think Bob is maybe 75.
He's older than me. I'm 75. 82, 81. He had he's a couple years older
It's
than
going to
me.
be an interesting concert.
It will. He looks good though. He just made a movie and a new album, and he had a facelift, so he looks really good. And he's not doing stupid things.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Okay. Tammy, if you put it up, we'll take a look at it, but we'd like to get out of here within, let's say, 10 minutes. So Doris, in my last house, I found that orbs were triggering my cameras. When I started watching them, they were amazing. And I went to get a reading and the orbs disappeared forever. What was all that? Maybe it was trying to get you to go get a reading.
It was making her aware that they were there and that she would start exploring spirituality. And sometimes once we recognize them and know that they're there and acknowledge them, they do tend to sometimes step back. But you can ask them to, say, I want to see you more. I love how you'd show up. And they
And I always say thank you when they do.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here.
But did they take pictures of each other?
That's true. There's, if you know Scott Scorpio Moon, he apparently on one of his shows, he had an orb that showed up on the screen that went right into his heart chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. That was
You did? Okay.
Beautiful.
That was so beautiful. Yeah. Also, Dolores, they're kind of telling me that they're coming in a different way now, not visually. So, and they're kind of making my ears ring. So I don't know if you've got ringing in your ears right now.
Oh.
Another thing that you can do is take your phone in the morning before you turn on any lights or any fans or anything like that, and put on your video with the camera lights on, the flash in video, and see if you see them then.
I love that. I love it.
It is awesome. Thank you, Tammy. I see this post, and I saw a post that said that you posted, but I'm not seeing a post on a dream or anything. And I'm trying. I went back all the way to the beginning. I can't find it, and that happens sometimes because tricksters tend to like to do that to us. Makes us look like we're stupid, But
oh, me.
Anyway. Yeah. If you put it up, I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah,
you had a visitation. Okay. Mom and dad and brother there. Okay, now I see it. In your visitation dream. Okay. Did it all come at once? Was it around any time of the year, like a Christmas time or a holiday or a family day, or that would be the only question that I have. Any messages I may have missed? Okay. All right. We'll ask the panel. You'll be the last one for the evening, Tammy. And I'm sorry. Thank you for reposting. I appreciate you.
I get, remember the Wooby. What was your favorite toy?
Oh.
Right? What was your cuddle bug?
Okay.
And remember the Wooby. So it was in a house all in white. It's a comfort zone. And their being there was a comfort zone for you. And what was your special thing that you dragged along with you everywhere you went with your family?
Okay. Like a teddy bear or doll or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Love that.
Wow. I get synchronicity. So I almost get that they showed up. They showed up and went, oh, you do. Oh, we're all here. Look at that. That's kind of, but if they were in a house that was all in white, would that be your idea of heaven? Like a lit up house that, yeah. You asked your mom why it wasn't enough to keep her here. Oh, that's right, Tammy. I remember you telling us that she took her life in December. Okay.
So sorry, honey.
Yeah, that's very, very painful.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she answer you, or is she showing you that she's a lot happier because she comes in with your father and your brother? In other words, you're very valuable to me, but you had your life to live, and I'm right here, as you can see. I'm guessing. Carolyn, how about you?
I had a friend that committed suicide last
Okay.
year.
Yep.
And he had 2 daughters, and he was an alcoholic, and
Mhm.
he just completely lost it. And
Yep.
was it
That was it.
that it wasn't about them.
Right. Which is
About
what Tammy
him.
said her mother said to her. It was never about you, and kissed her on the forehead. I think we tend to feel like we've done something wrong,
Mhm.
but we haven't. Yeah.
No.
Hence, remember the wooby.
Right.
The times before any of that got in her way,
Okay.
because it wasn't about you.
Right. Right.
And she was just coming back to say, I love you. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And she brought back
Always.
the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that she was they came in to provide emotional healing. You know, sometimes we think that we're good, we're fine, but we have deep, I mean, something like that, the trauma is so deep, and that
Mhm.
she came in to help you heal from some of that emotional trauma. And I'm also getting that, you know, she loves you and she wants you to know that it wasn't her fault, and
Mhm.
and that, you know, she regrets her choices she made, and she's sorry.
Yeah, I get that. I pulled the advocate, so I feel like she was worried about worrying you when she came in,
Mhm.
and hence bringing in your dad and your brother. But
Mhm.
but that all white house, that's purification.
Mm.
So she is in a wonderful place right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
passed in 1999. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that pain there, and
Oh,
that didn't
yeah.
have anything to do with you. That was just her.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was her grief she couldn't let go of.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for putting up with having to put this in piecemeal, Tammy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad we
Thank
could
you.
read for you tonight and tell you that you are absolutely right. And we don't hear voices. Some people do, but most of the time we hear voices, we hear it in our own head. We don't hear it externally.
Mhm.
Some people do, but in a dream like that, they don't need to be external because they've got a captured audience in that dream. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're there for you, not for everybody else.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
so
Beautiful
sorry,
dream.
Tammy.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Much love to you, Tammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much love.
And we are more receptive when we dream. Yeah, it is a
Mhm.
form of communication. The voice wasn't hers, it was a male. That's okay. That's okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It could be her angel, her guide,
Mhm.
that she said, could you do this for me? You know?
Right.
And but you got the message.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Beautiful evening with you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing all of your beautiful dreams and visions and questions and some funny stuff, including, you know, ghost apps and things like that.
It was
Things
fun.
we didn't know. Things we didn't
It
know.
was a very good night. Thank
It
you
was
so
a
It was
great night.
fun.
It was a great night. Yes. So thank you, Terry. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Peter and Carolyn and Diana, and all of you in the chat. Annie, thanks for moderating on the channels you could, and God bless you, my dear. And thank you. Love to everybody. We'll be back next week.
Thank
Much
you.
love. Sweet dreams.
Yep. Sweet dreams.
Bye-bye.